Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of Desert Island Movies, or Desert Island Discs, if you will, as it was formerly named. And today, again, I'm going to look at another shelf of 4Ks. It's this shelf here. So let's get into it. Okay, so yes, welcome back to the channel and to this video. And well, you know how this goes now. You know, I look through this shelf, I take a look at all the films that are on it, and I whittle it down to that one film above all others on that shelf that I would take with me if I were stranded on a desert island, or if the case may be. But you know, you get the point. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna do this shelf here today. So let's get the collectibles out of the way. So what do we have on this shelf? Okay, first of all, I have a little Starbug. Smoke me a kipper. Red the Wolf Starbug. So we have that on the shelf. Let's put that out of the way. We have a small Darth Vader helmet from the sort of Star Wars helmet collection. I didn't buy any of these. I bought the first one because it was like $1.99 or $2.99, something like that. So yeah, I picked up that just because it's cheap and cheerful at the point of getting it. We then have this here, R2-D2. Now this is actually a controllable R2-D2 that I can work via my phone. I charge it up, and an app on my phone allows me to drive it around the place. I also have the BB-8 version as well. That's downstairs in a cupboard. So I've not played with that for some time. Should really have a go. I don't know, we have a little fake bullet I had as a kid. What else do we have? A lump of blue tack. Now we have this here Boba Fett. It's a dancing Boba Fett.
He's no good to me, dead.
These are quite hard to get hold of now, and yeah, I think they command quite a bit of money. You can get loads of them and they line up and dance. Put that out of the way, but that'll be going on for a little bit of time, I think. We have an Incredible Hulk. This is from, I think this was Eagle Moss collection. We had the lead figures. I got loads of these, but they're all up in the attic. A couple of them are down here. Let's get that out of the way. Then we have an Optimus Prime. It's not transformable. It is literally just a figure. Greatest Autobot ever. But then I did get the white version as well. It's still in a box. It's actually Ultra Magnus in his front version, before he's combined with all the other bits. So I got that one. It's still boxed, obviously. We have a coaster, Spider-Man coaster. Superb. And I have here 4 little Transformer cassettes. Frenzy, Rat-Bat, Rumble maybe, and can't remember what the other one was, but these were gifted to me by Chris over at Cypher Sigma Screen Time. Yeah, so thank you for them, Chris. Let's put them there. Obviously I have, it's on another shelf, but Blaster, which is the Autobot version of Soundwave, so they probably fit in there. They'll probably fit into him. So let's take a look at what's on this shelf. Okay, so let's get to it. Hold on a minute. That's a bit better. I had the main light on as well. I forgot. Anyway, so what do we have? Okay, first up we have Life of Pi. 4K. But these are all 4Ks on this shelf. I picked that up cheap. I did have it on Blu-ray, but I upgraded to 4K because, well, it's a pretty good film. Classic. planes, trains and automobiles. However, it wasn't the best of 4K transfers. Very DNR heavy. Skin looks fake, rubbery, all that sort of nonsense with it. But they're not really a film that required a 4K upgrade in the first place. But I got it nonetheless. Speaking of films not requiring 4K upgrades that I did upgrade to 4K, if I can get it out, it is the movie Weird Science. I love the box on this. Weird Science from Arrow. Yeah, this is the... Is that just the Blu-ray? Is that... No, it's the Ultra H, yeah. Sometime, I don't know, I swap the boxes over. Great film. I love this film. It's really good. I remember it as a child, you know, growing up, one of those sort of films. But again, I don't think the 4K upgrade was actually very good on that film. But there we go. Then we have here a copy of The Bourne Identity. I got this cheap in a Zavvi sale. It had the steelbook in it, and then you've got a classified documents wallet that's got loads of little, you know, nifty little bits in, like a map, classified files, combat cards, ID badge, Jason Bourne passport. Yeah, so Bourne Identity, young Matt Damon on the cover there, look. Decent films. And here we have this box always gets me. It's just it's a steelbook for Mask of Phantasm, Batman, the first animated Batman feature based upon the Batman animated TV series. But it come in this box here because inside was a small edition issue of the adaptation, the comic book adaptation. It would have been better if that was square bound and actually fit in the box, but it doesn't. Bless me, I'm sneezing. I'm not sure if that's hay fever or if it's dust coming away from here, so forgive me for that. I shan't edit that sneeze out. You can have me sneezing all. So, what do we have here? Escape from LA. Escape from LA. Say what you will about this film. It's not as good as Escape from New York, obviously, but I really enjoy this movie. It's one of those sort of so bad it's good films. I know it's pretty much a complete remake of Escape from New York. It's the same story, but I have fun with this movie. It came out in 1997. I remember going cinema to see it. I even had this poster on my bedroom wall because it's so cool. Kurt Russell's cool himself. The character of Snake Plissken is cool, and this film is cool. I do like it a lot. Like I said, not as good as the first, obviously, but there we go. So, what do we have next? We have the movie Joy, and as you can see, I picked it up for £4. I've not watched it. It was a 4K. It was £4. I thought, why not? It's got Jennifer Lawrence. She's good. Robert De Niro. He's great. Bradley Cooper. He's pretty good in stuff. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go. Will I be overfilled with joy after watching this or not? Let me know. Then we have Shotgun Wedding from Germany. I don't know why I bought that really. I was quite critical of the film. It felt like it was made for... Well, he looks like Timothy Olyphant anyway, but I'd much have preferred Timothy Olyphant in that role. Jennifer Lopez, I don't mind her in films. She's not bad. Still Sealed, complete Series 1 4K of Sherlock. I got that cheap. I think that was a HMV sale pickup. But anyway, Sherlock TV show I did really enjoy. And then we have... Hold on a minute. I've got Silent Night here. Silent Night 4K, and this was quite a good film. I enjoyed this, but something tells me why do I feel like I've got this in the Blu-ray section as well? Why would I wouldn't have bought 2 copies of Silent Night. It was quite a good film. I enjoyed it. That's racking my brain now, and I'm going to have to go and have a look in a minute, see if I've actually got that in the Blu-ray section. QRST, it'll be down there. Why do I feel like that's round there as well? That makes no sense. Maybe my mind is playing tricks on me with that one. I don't know. Anyway, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I enjoyed this as well. That's the Arrow version with the book. There was a steelbook done for it as well. I didn't particularly like the art on the steelbook, so I just opted for the standard 4K. I picked this up cheap as well, and it is The Matrix. It's the 4 Matrix films in 4K. Picked it up a while ago. Is this a French version or something of that ilk? I'm not as big a fan of The Matrix as some other people, like Matt V's movies. He loves the film. Matrix Resurrections, certainly a film I didn't even get through. Didn't get through all of it at all. But the others, getting them in 4K in this box set for the price that I did, it was about £24 I think I paid for all 4 of them. Can't complain. Then we have a 4K version of The Meg. I actually have this over there in steelbook form as well. I think I've got 2 steelbooks for The Meg. One might only be a Blu-ray. I think it is a Blu-ray. The other is a 4K steelbook. I'm not sure what that trades in at, but there we go. But I enjoyed the film. I've read the books by Steve Altman that these are based upon. Although they step away from the books, especially the second one, far away from the book. But, you know, Giant Shark, Jason Statham, my sort of film. Then we have here 4K of Logan, with art cards within. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, his final film. Well, what was going to be his final film of his comeback for Deadpool. But, yeah, decent film, directed by James Mangold. Yeah, it's a good film. It's a good film. Not so much a good film. Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage. I have that down there as well. So really I should out that one. I'm going to out that one. But I'm going to put the 4K off of this shelf. I'm going to stick it in the Blu-ray shelf just with the other Triple X movies. I'm really sniffly. I'm really, really sniffly. So anyway, so sneezing on camera is one thing, but blowing my nose is another. There we go. I still carry a handkerchief, which my missus hates. She's like, use a tissue. No, a handkerchief in my pocket. Thank you very much. I suppose I'm a bit old school like that. Next up. Oh, this film here gets me. Every time I see this, and I bought it on 4K, it bugs me. It's a buyer's remorse case. And it's Skyscraper with Dwayne Johnson. I only paid £4 for it. It was in Portsmouth CEX. And after I bought it, I thought to myself, why? Why did you do that? You had it on Blu-ray. Why did you buy the 4K? You know, it wasn't a very good film, was it? But there you go. Buyer's remorse at £4. Next up, and this is a film that I love. Probably my favourite Robert De Niro film. My most watched Robert De Niro film, most definitely. And it's Midnight Run. The minute they announced this on 4K from Shout Select, I had to get it. This is a great film. I think it's directed by Martin Brest. Stars Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin, or the late Charles Grodin now. It's just a fabulous, fabulous movie. I really do like it. Speaking of films that I really do like, but not really, I don't really like. It's Prometheus, and I do struggle with this film now. I struggle watching this. This was a mess of a movie in its production as well. What is it? An alien film? Isn't it an alien film, or is it? It would have been better suited not an alien movie. You don't need to know the origins of this stuff. There's far more fear in the unknown. I don't need to know where the alien came from or how they started. I just don't. It just weakens that whole thing. Anyway, moving on. Burning Sea, 4K. Now this is it's a Norwegian movie, Norwegian disaster movie, and it's very good. You had Quake, you had the Wave, you had the Quake, and then you had this. This isn't part of those, but it's from the same people, creators of, and they're Norwegian movies, disaster movies, and seriously, they do really well. They do them fantastically. No exception to this one, about oil rigs and sea below. But it's been a while since I've watched that actually. But it's a good film. And a film from my childhood. I do have part 2. I don't have part 3. Don't want part 3. But Smokey and the Bandit. Now, at the time when this came out on 4K, there was a steelbook as well. So I had the choice of the steelbook, which is like his belt buckle, saying Smokey and the Bandit in it, or this one here. I preferred the art on this, so I went for this. Don't need to have everything on steelbook. I choose what's best for me art-wise. And in this case, this one won. It is just 4K, no Blu-ray within. And a film that was gifted to me. Not this version. I had a bootleg gifted to me and said, watch this film. I know who the bootleg was from, so thank you very much. Thank you for pointing me towards this film. And it was great. It really was a good film. Sisu. Glorious Carnage. Vengeance is Golden. Seriously, if you haven't seen this, you should watch it. Kills loads of Nazis in it. And then, after years, after a big departure with this film, we had a return to the Babylon 5 universe with Babylon 5 The Road Home. Now, I was a big fan of Babylon 5, the TV show, when it was on. I used to go to conventions for it. I've still got loads of autographs when I was young and silly and chased autographs. I don't do that anymore. But I met most of the cast, and it was nice to have a return to it. J. Michael Straczynski, who created Babylon 5, returning to it even in animated form like this, with a lot of the original surviving voice casts back and others voicing characters where their real selves had passed away, and it was good. However, this kind of stepped into the sort of alternate realities, time travel kind of sci-fi trope, which generally Babylon 5 did stay away from, with the exception of maybe one episode. I forget what's, maybe season 3 I think it was, and you had the return of Commander Sinclair and the creatures that live on the planet below, whatever his name was, I can't remember. But yeah, so Babylon 5 animated. Next up, now remember, tell me what your pick would be in the comments down below. Not only that, tell me what film you think I'm going to pick. Will it be Hook? Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman. Fabulous film. Fabulous film. I love this. I know even Steven Spielberg is critical of this film himself, but I'm not. I'm a defender of this movie. I think this is a fantastic, joyous movie. I really do. Then we have Deadpool. Deadpool 2. The Super Duper Cut. Well, it's got both versions. There's a third version actually. Deadpool, is it Ever After? Or something like that. I can't remember the title. I've got it over there behind the camera on the superhero section. But 4K Deadpool, thick case. I enjoy this film. Yeah, Cable is in it. I think it's a good time. It's a good time. Now, I believe this one won before, didn't it? Waterworld. I believe this was one out before. Kevin Costner, Waterworld. Great film. Love it. Enjoy it. Okay, I don't know why I've got this here in 4K. I got it cheap. It's still sealed. Halloween Kills. I do have this Halloween trilogy, even though I liked the first one, then I was critical thereafter. But I did get all 3 of them. I didn't get Halloween Ends in 4K. This is the only one. No, I have the first one on 4K. It's in Titans of Occult. And this one, then the last one I just picked up a Blu-ray of in CEX. A lot of fun he's had with this movie. It always has been. Independence Day. This came out in 96. I think it was 96 this came out. Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, and yeah, what's not to love about Independence Day? I saw that many a time at the cinema. Probably 3 or 4 times I went to see that. Then I picked up cheap Game of Thrones complete first season. Now this could be someone's winner. And it's The Evil Dead. Very first Evil Dead film. Inside it comes with poster and it's in a just amaray, but it's got a nice slip on it, you know, I can't deny. And a great image on the back drawn by comic book artist. I'm drawing a blank now. What's his name? I always knew it. It'll come to me. He drew Marvels, the Marvels. Oh, wow, my mind. He done the covers to the Hammer horror, not Hammer, you know, the Monster Universe, Universal Monster Steelbooks. Why am I thinking Alex? Alex Ross art. Yes, Alex Ross art on the back. I got there in the end. Don't hold that against me. That's a big case. I'm going to put that at the front because it's a large case. So anyway, next up. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, limited edition Sonic comic book in that one apparently. Yeah, there is there. I felt it was a little bit, it was overlong, and there was a whole subplot that could have been removed from the film and made the film a bit tighter. Ghost in the Shell, Scarlett Johansson. I don't know why it's only got the Blu-ray and there are no 4K. I don't know what's going on with that. Honestly, I don't know why. Strange. But anyway, we have John Wick chapters 1, 2 and 3 up next for your consideration. Nice slim case. It's got all 3 of them in there. Fourth one I have up there. Big thing like that. I should put them together. I might put them in there together. I'll keep that to the side. But yeah, so John Wick 1, 2 and 3 there. You can't pick that. You can only pick one film. Okay, so don't think, oh, I'll take that, because it's got the 3 of them in. No, just one movie. That's the rules. They're my rules. I play by them, you play by them. Next up, The Shape of Water. £8 I paid. Where's that Ghost in the Shell? That's bugging me. But anyway, or is it in the steelbook? I got a steelbook of it. I think, I'm not sure. But anyway, Ghost in the Water. Just Ghost in the Water. Shape of Water. Ghost in the Shell. Oh, come on, this could win, couldn't it? The film speaks for itself. Then we have Pitch Black. Vin Diesel. David Twohy was the director on this. It's got the book in there as well. I do have Crash. It's up along the top where all the special editions are. Yeah, but David Twohy, Pitch Black, the first film where Vin Diesel plays Riddick. Okay, let's go next. So we have Transformers. First Transformers film. Decent film. Second Transformers film, it looks great. It does look great. Third one, which to be honest, probably sits alongside the first as one of my favourites. I think this is Dark of the Moon is a good one. I really enjoy that. And I don't really have too much issue with Age of Extinction. Again, I think it looks great as well. It really does. But I kept the Blu-ray. Look. I got that in there, but I kept the slip off of the Blu-ray that I had just to put it in. Then we have The Last Night, which less said about the better. Then we have Bumblebee, which, to be honest, great film. I really like this. I think it's really good. One of the best Transformer movies, and which always surprised me that when we got to this, it's a steelbook version of Rise of the Beasts, they went backwards. They threw out all the goodwill that Bumblebee gave us, and you know, you could eject Bumblebee from the lineup, and you could watch Rise of the Beasts after that, and you wouldn't miss anything. Bumblebee, you know, Bumblebee just came at us with a different tone, and it's like, you know, yeah, that's what we want Transformers to be. This film here. But no, then we'll give you that, which is more akin to that. I just didn't get what happened there, but there we go. Okay, then we have here... Alright, so... Oh, my God. Then we have Phantom Menace, okay? Attack of the Clones. Yeah, I did get the German ones. For the UK, got them. Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars A New Hope. Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. The Return of the Jedi. Then we have the sequel trilogy, which, to be honest, that's just a remake of A New Hope. The second one, The Last Jedi, is probably the bravest of the three films. Makes a lot of errors, but aesthetically it's the best. It dared to be different. And then you've got the Rise of Skywalker, which then we have obviously Rogue One, which was a really good film, really was. And we have Solo, which is highly underrated in my opinion. Okay, so there we go. There we have everything. Okay, we've gone through all of it. Now let me just see if this John Wick will fit here at the end. It does, with chapter 4 there. So there we go. We've gone through everything on that shelf. So have a think what you would pick and let me know in the comments down below. Maybe have a guess at what you think my pick would be here, and we can talk about it. So give me 1 second and I will be back with my answer. Alright, I'm back and I've taken my pick. So I've got a couple of runners up first. So this probably surprised people, because there are some better films on the shelf, but I would take this. I would, if these others weren't there, I would take this. There's Escape from LA, because I have so much fun with this movie. I really do. I don't know why I love it as much as I do. I really do. But there we go. That's just me. So that can go back. Then we have Hook. Hook, a great film from Steven Spielberg. Like I said, everything in this film for me works. I think I think it looks great. I love the sets because, for me, the way I see this film is that kind of like kids' imagination. It's a playground that you want to play in, and thusly it has that fake aesthetic to it, but it looks great. It looks like an adventure playground. A big adventure playground. That's all I can say how Neverland looks in it, and it works for it. Almost like, obviously, a lot of Peter Pan's roots are on stage, as we know, and it has that kind of vibe to it as well, like, because it's a fake fake sets like what you'd have in a stage production, as opposed to something that looks real. So you have that element to it there, supporting that as well. I think Robin Williams is great. Dustin Hoffman is great. Bob Hoskins is fantastic in it. It's a good film. It's a good film. But, you know, the one film here that, you know, it's not a Star Wars film that I would take. It's not a John Wick movie that I would take. I couldn't but not take Die Hard. You know, and I don't even think I really need to mention why this film. Now, I said in one of the episodes earlier when I wouldn't pick a Christmas film to take, because only Christmas would I watch them. Not the case for Die Hard. Now, is Die Hard a Christmas film or isn't it? This is a conversation that has you know, been spoke about for ages and ages, forever and ever. And I came to the it's a film that was adopted by Christmas. Okay, it's not a Christmas. It didn't come out at Christmas. It wasn't made as a Christmas film. It's a film that has enough Christmas in its DNA that it was adopted by Christmas. So what people do, they tend to say, you know, silly people will turn around and say, well, if this is a Christmas film, then Batman Returns is a Christmas film. Iron Man 3 is a Christmas film. The Long Kiss Goodnight is a Christmas film. No, they're films set at Christmas. Okay, they're not Christmas films. This is a film set at Christmas, but the difference is this has been adopted by Christmas. Batman Returns hasn't been adopted by Christmas, by the masses. Iron Man 3 hasn't been. Do you see where I'm going? That's the answer. This has been adopted. It's much like the song, it's Send the Cavalry or something like that. It was a song that came out. It wasn't out at Christmas, but it is only generally played at Christmas. Stop the Cavalry. Stop the Cavalry. That's the song I'm thinking of. It wasn't a Christmas song, but it now is played all the time at Christmas because it was adopted by Christmas. This was adopted by Christmas, but you can watch it all year round. Bruce Willis at his John McClane best. He done this while he was filming Moonlighting. There's actually a scene in the final season of Moonlighting. He's outside of a video rental place with Maddie, Sybil Shepherd's character, and the fella in the window is pulling down a poster for Die Hard. Yeah, a little in-joke there in Moonlighting for it. I don't know the name of the episode, but it happened. So, yeah, Die Hard would be my pick. Now let me know in the comments down below what you would pick. What would have been your choice here on this shelf? I am interested, I am curious, and we can talk about it. So let me know down there. And I'll see you in 2 weeks, hopefully, on another Desert Island Movies. Take care.